Good afternoon, Zambia. I'm Abigail Mulawisha from Simba International School. Today is the International Children's Day of Broadcasting, and we aren't just talking about one show. We are talking about a career that has shaped Zambian Airways for over 2 decades. I'm pleased to be joined by Steve Solsik Ngube. You have been a force in media since 2004.
I like the fact that you say a force. When I actually got into media, not as a force, I got into media because I was feeling a certain type of way. I felt unheard, I felt unseen, and I thought that would be a good platform for that. Yeah. How does it feel being on my show?
It definitely feels amazing.
Yeah.
It's a new experience. I'm more than glad to be able to talk about children.
You know, I'm not used to being in this seat.
Yeah?
Yeah. So you forgive me sometimes if I act like I'm taking over the show, but I'm not. Yeah. So this is your show now.
Yeah, today is my show.
Go ahead.
Today is all about us.
Hi, Abigail. How are you?
Hi, Steve. So from the early days, you have been on Flavor FM and KFM to your current dominance on Sun FM.
Yeah.
And Luna Lifestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So looking back, how's the media's responsibility towards children shifted in your perspective?
You know, it was easier a while back because no one really had a smartphone.
Yeah.
So we would what we had was just you
Yeah.
as the person telling people what to do. It was gospel truth, whatever you said, and it was just radio and it was just TV. But now kids can go out there now, and you have a smartphone, right?
Yeah, I definitely do.
Probably have a better smartphone than me, right?
Yeah.
Which one's yours?
I have an iPhone.
iPhone what?
iPhone 16 Pro Max.
Like I said, I don't know what this is. It's
Yeah.
like a Samsung something, but I know it did cost me a lot of money. But you have a lot of access to these things, and you're able to see what's going on. So our point now is just to be a guide, like to help protect you from these places. That's why we, even on different shows, we have Zikta coming on the show to give us a few tips on what children should and should not do when it comes to the media space. Because I'll tell you the truth, if especially now with AI,
Yeah,
I mean, you would see a video and it looks real, right?
definitely.
Looks real. I mean,
Real.
recently I was just talking about a new AI that's called Seed Dance, and it's come and it's made everything look so real. The faces, everything looks real. So my job now is to tell you what is not real. So even when it comes to, even though it looks like radio or TV, like old-fashioned medias, we are the ones now that people should be listening to find out what the true story is and not what is on social media.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're the voice basically of the radios. Well, not literally you aren't just a voice on radio. You're a pioneer. You've been in this for so long.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And basing off the fact that you've been a radio personality, we can see that your song Kukalale was a hit. You've used that musical influence to teach children living on the streets of Indola.
Yeah.
Why is your music your chosen tool for child protection?
You know, I always feel like you need to tell your stories. I feel like when I was growing up, I didn't have a lot of people to protect me from certain things, and I basically learned from my peers. If my peers had a bad message, I would learn that bad message and go with it. So as I got older and I realized that I also had a responsibility, even with when it comes to music, whatever it is, I decided that everything needs to be a nice touch, so that we can teach each other experiences. If you listen to most of my old songs and maybe some new songs, they're basically about what I'm going through at that particular time. So when I listen to the ones I did 20 years ago, I was a kid 20 years ago, I'm like, oh man, I really didn't know what I was talking about. But it's a good thing to learn from your experiences.
Okay, so what I'm about to say might sound a little bit rhetorical, but would you think you're grateful that you grew up with people who didn't teach you much, and do you think that really helped you with your music and with teaching through your music?
In terms of being inspired by bad events, is sometimes is good for trying to relate with other people.
Yeah.
But I just don't want to be the savior. I don't want to be the one who's crucified so that people can learn.
Yeah.
So I mean, unfortunately, sometimes we have to go through the crucifixion.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So when it comes to that, I appreciate it's made me a stronger person. It's made me more in tune with how other people feel, whether they're going through bad situations. I don't judge people.
Yes.
Because I've been through that.
You've
So
been
that
through
helps me
that.
out as well.
Okay, okay. Lovely to hear. So you've been nominated for Broadcaster of the Year
Oh yeah.
and Radio Personality of the Year multiple times.
I wouldn't say multiple times. I mean, last year was a good year.
Yeah.
I after doing this for like almost 20 years, I got nominated for Broadcaster of the Year and Radio Personality of the Year. I didn't win any of them, but it was nice, coming from the Copper Belt, being on the same platform with everybody else in the country who it seemed to be ruling the airwaves. So yeah. It was nice to do that.
So I'm definitely sitting next to a celebrity, hey? Okay, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so with all that fame, you stayed focused on the send and keep a child in school.
Yeah.
Yeah, you focused so much on helping children, campaigning for children.
Yeah, I mean, in fact, I guess this is a great story now because about just under 10 years ago, I met these kids in the street and they were rapping, and I was like, oh man, that's really good. And then I asked them what they wanted to do. They said, want to be rappers. We want to show you what we've got. So they were good rappers, but I was like, what about education? What have you done? Not to education school. We've stopped going to school. We just want to be rappers. So I said, nah, let's take you to school while we mentor you in your rap skills. So we gave them to great producers. There's a producer called Dice. He's one who's produced a lot of Maki 2 songs and Chefy 187. He created a song for them. And then the organization that I was using as an anchor at the time was Sun FM, and we decided to take them to school.
Okay.
So the past few years I've seen that some of them have had children now.
Okay.
Some of them are back on the streets.
Yes.
I mean, we really tried to push that. So I thought maybe instead of focusing too much on the music aspect, a lot of people want to get into music so that they can get out of poverty. But at the end of the day, education will help you so much to get you out of poverty. So now we started an initiative of Send a Child to School. And we've taken a few children to school, and I'm happy to say that most of them are doing pretty well.
Okay.
But then again,
Amazing.
like we talked about, the safety, the things that they've been exposed to, just like some of the things you might get exposed to on your phone, they've been exposed to without even having a phone. So now imagine you top up now that with exposure to what the phone has. So my duty is now to mentor them into knowing that this is reality. I remember my daughter asked me something once. I don't know if you know Mtali Mwanza.
Yeah.
Mtali Mwanza and I started a breakfast show together in 2008. We did it for 4 years. So when she was like 4 years old, we used to hang out together with my daughter. And then when it was 2000, when Mtali Mwanza blew up and it was everywhere, they called Mtali Mwanza, Dad has so much money. And what's going on with you? So I was like, I was like, your perception is that she has so much money because that's what social media is telling you. So what is it that we need to be responsible for, even as people in the media platform? Should we show a life that maybe we're not leading and showing this to these kids and expecting them to understand? Kids are not understanding. They're going all out.
Yes.
They're like, oh man, she made money. How did she make money?
Yeah.
Make money like this. Oh no, she looks sexy, or she looks what, or she looks this. Let me try that. Let me try that. And that's why you see a lot of people are posing like this. You guys are always posing like this, pouting your lips,
Clocking it.
Clacking it, whatever that means. Yeah, and so I called her.
Yeah.
I called my friend, and I was like, you know what? My daughter asked me this. She's like, oh really? I was like, yeah, asked me this because they don't know that you have a whole team behind you that is working to make you look a certain way. But maybe it's just not the case. You know what I mean? So yeah, the media is very important when it comes to teaching these things. Unfortunately, I only have one child to teach.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Mr. Sosik, basing off the fact that you've talked about education, how can media ensure that protection means including the rights to education?
I mean, the right to education can't be overemphasized. I always feel parents especially with they send the kids to school. Most parents that we approached that we want to take their child to school, they felt like, oh, good, now we can have some money for ourselves to either drink or to do that or to do other things while our kids go and do whatever. They didn't really care about the education part. They cared the fact that there was a group of people that were coming there trying to help their children. So when it comes to education, for me, it's very important, but it has to start somewhere. I mean, the government right now is giving free education, and believe me, they're finding it hard to have people getting into these schools because of what their parents went through. Their parents haven't had any education. So I feel education is a key part for everyone's life, and I feel like skills development as well, education in skills, and I think even nurturing of talents. Like right now, you're killing it.
Yeah, thank you so much.
This is your first show?
Yeah, definitely. It's my first show. Yeah, just coming in with an open mind.
There we go. I mean, what education have you gotten today from being on this platform?
I think I'm definitely going to have to learn about, education. I've always viewed as education as something that, a normal household or a child that grows up in a normal household would have to go through.
Yeah.
And it's something I feel like everyone thinks like, you have to go to school to make it in life.
Yeah.
Well, I go to school. I'm still in high school.
Yeah.
But I definitely think education is not what everyone needs. I'm saying this because most of our talents, especially in Zambia, come from the streets. You would find maybe a child who knows how to sing, like you've just said, rapping, and we have someone who's willing to put in money, take them to the studio, and they blow up.
Yeah.
With no aspect of education. But I'm not saying education is irrelevant, because we have amazing leaders who come from education, diplomats.
No, I understand what you mean. Like, I'll tell you, like, I'll give you a background story of myself. Like, I was, Ndola went through a few issues.
Yeah.
So my parents, at the time when I like completed my grade 12, I had no money. All my friends were going England. Why? Then I was just there like, what am I going to do? My parents can't afford all this. So I went into music. And after that, music led into radio. And then it led into TV, and that's been 20 years. And I've managed to take my children, my last born is actually in university now.
Wow.
My first born,
Okay.
actually in university now. She's doing pretty well. I've got other kids that are doing pretty well and going to really good schools as well. So I understand what you mean about education and how important it is, but we all need to mold that education into also the talents. So I mean, like, if you really want to, you're sitting on your grade 10 desk at Simba International, and you want to be, let's say, a fashion designer. Are you going to be catered for as a fashion designer at school?
Definitely not.
No, they want you to be a doctor.
Yeah, they want me to be a lawyer.
They want you to be a pilot. So I mean, I don't know how talent is going to work with that. Yeah.
Okay, Steve. Okay. Also, I'll definitely want to find out, with the campaign that you started, do you think it's getting as much attention, and do you think, there's people supporting it and it's getting somewhere, that you're actually helping the children that are in need of education? Because, we have many children in Zambia whose dreams have been shattered.
Yeah.
Coming from families that have no money, children wake up every day selling stuff, trying to earn an income for the families, But they have dreams, they have ambitions. But to them, they feel like, oh no, we can't get anywhere in life because, our parents don't have anything.
Yeah, but one thing that, like I said, free education is there. And education is a human right. The fact that you have a shelter, you need to have a shelter, is your human right. And I feel like maybe more needs to be done to keep those human rights working, because you've seen these kids in the street, they are taking care of their families. All these rights are being infringed, and we're not doing anything about it. And us as the media, it's a great time for us to safeguard these people by talking about it. Like, it's great that we've been talking about it today on International Children's Day of Broadcasting. Yeah.
Okay, so Steve, thank you so much for your 22 years of being
sounds like just a long time.
It has been a long time, You've been there, you've done so much work, and I'm happy, I'm more than pleased that on this day, Children's Day, I've gotten the opportunity to speak to you, you know. I'm so pleased and amazed by the campaign. I definitely am going to spread awareness about it, you know. And also, yeah, you haven't just been a personality, you've been a protector. To my fellow students, media is a tool. Use it to build and not to destroy. This is Abigail Mulawisha representing Simba International School on this International Children's Day of Broadcasting. Thank you.